This should have been one of the biggest R&B comebacks ever, but it ended in disaster. New Edition is one of the biggest R&B groups in the 80s with hits like Can You Stand the Rain, Mr. Telephone Man, and If It Isn't Love. From the late 80s and early 90s, all 6 members pursued other music projects, which became very successful. However, in 1995, their solo ventures were as successful as their previous projects. Bobby Brown appeared in the media more often than usual, and it wasn't about his music, mostly about his trouble with the law and his marriage with Whitney Houston. At that same time, the 5 members of New Edition worked on their long-awaited 6th album, Home Again. New Edition would invite Bobby Brown back into the group despite his infamous reputation. This would be the first in over a decade where all 6 members would be all together. The newly formed group performed at the American Music Awards, but Brown was absent from the show. It was later said that Brown reportedly stormed off stage in an Orlando show 2 nights before the AMAs and missed his flight to Los Angeles. On AmarosaForHeads.com, this is what Michael Bivins said about his experience on the Home Again tour. "This is a big reunion," states Bivins. "We had a month and a half worth of rehearsal. Our first fucking practice was on a Rooster Arena on stage." End quote. While there were rehearsals, the 6 men never practiced all together. Our first show was a dress rehearsal in front of 20,000 people. Brown was unable to complete the show and returned to the group that fired him in 1988. Bobby cocked out that night. He needed oxygen. Something was going on with him. So when it was time to perform a show in Las Cruces, New Mexico, Brown wanted to do his solo act. While Ronnie tried to pull Brown off stage, Brown responded by dropping his microphone and a fist fight escalated. Other members of the group, security, and guns was brought into the mix. The concert was put on hold. Bivins and Brown left the tour early while the rest of New Edition finished the tour without the other members. Ricky Bell added, "It was probably the worst tour of my life in all 33 years. It was the most horrific experience I had." He continues, "Understanding this, leading up to that, all we did was perform. That's why we entered the music business. That was our motivation. That was our inspiration. Get on stage, make the girls scream. That was it. Everything up to the Heartbreak tour, we had full dress rehearsals. We videotape them, watch them, critique them, pull stuff in and out, whatever, make adjustments." Bill too said that Bobby Brown was one of the challenges for the comeback shows. Ralph Transvent didn't want to take any part of the tour. "It's the end of the tour and our lead singer takes out on him. Ralph said, 'Fuck it, I ain't doing no more shows.' Ralph would sit on his tour bus in the parking lot and we go do shows. Imagine a concert without your lead singer. So he was gone, we were gone, Johnny was on the bus by himself and he was gone." New Edition wouldn't get back together again until 2002 and 2004 when they released their 7th album. Their 6th album, Home Again, wasn't a bad album. In fact, it was probably one of the best albums to date, reaching #1 in the Billboard 200 and #1 in the hip hop and R&B charts. The only issue with the album that it was tainted by the members of New Edition not working as a unit. So what do you guys think? Who was at fault for this? Was it Bobby Brown, or do you think that the other 5 members should have handled it another way? Don't forget to comment below the video and don't forget to hit that bell icon button. I'm Von the Stampede, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao. I